Hey, what's up, guys? This is Justin back at you again from Diamond King Baseball Training. Wanted to do another quick video for you. I know you guys probably like to see the drills and all of the actual like program type things and like me showing you stuff and all that. But this is going to be a quick little rant just about work ethic because I feel like it's in baseball. you know, you got to have the talent, you got to have the technique, you got to have the right form, you got to have all that good stuff to be successful. But one thing that I know a lot of people don't really speak on too much is work ethic. And to me, that's what separates mediocre and greatness. If you don't have that mentality that you need to get better every single day, that's what's going to separate it, and that's what's really going to make you fall short of ultimately where you could have been. Big thing for me, not saying I didn't have the work ethic, because I was definitely putting in the work, but I never really had anybody give me these kind of conversations and this type of just thought process. I just kind of gauged myself against my peers, against the people on my team, the people in my school, wherever I was at that point. But that's kind of what I think personally made me fall short of where I ultimately could have made it. I played college baseball at University of West Georgia, so not saying I didn't make it anywhere, but I always had the dream to play professionally, and it never panned out. And I personally think that it was just because I never had that person kind of in my ear saying, let's go to work, let's do this, let's do it, let's go, blah blah blah. Because I like to tie in work ethic with discipline. And when I'm saying discipline, it's like brushing your teeth. It's like taking a shower. You need to have these things in place that you're getting your work in every day, just like it's brushing your teeth. You're going to brush your teeth every day, every morning, every night, whatever the case is, you are going to do it. You need to have that same mentality when it's coming down to putting your work in, whether it's just going outside and throwing, or it's doing some dry swings where you're just swinging just to be doing something, or going out to the field and actually doing some work, doing some tee work or some batting practice or some fielding drills or a long toss program. You need to be doing this stuff every day. You need to you need to be a gazelle with a lion chasing you down. That's a good analogy on how you need to approach this kind of stuff, because you need to constantly feel like someone is chasing you, like someone is trying to come for you personally. If you want to be a great baseball player, if you want to be great at anything, that's the mentality you have to have. Because if you don't feel that way, if you don't have that mentality, you don't really have the aggressiveness, and you're not going to get in enough work over time to accomplish your goals. The whole goal is to take it one day at a time. It's like you're building a wall. You're not going to go and finish building your big wall in one day. Think about, the Great Wall of China. That's what we're trying to build here. And do you think they made it in one day? No. They did it one brick at a time, laid them out, you know, did the work. Over time, that wall starts getting a little bigger, and, over time, in a few years, I would imagine that took a really long time to build the Great Wall of China, but that's the point I'm trying to make. It's a slow process when you look at the macro level, the big level, and that would be, if you're a 8-year-old baseball player, if you're a 12-year-old baseball player, even if you're a 15-year-old baseball player, the amount of time that still got to pass before you could even go from 15 to playing professionally or playing in college, there's still time. You still have time. So that's kind of the outlook you need to have. It's macro, one day at a time. Make sure you're getting your work in, and you're getting progressively better as each day goes by. As each year goes by, you'll see bigger gains, and that's kind of the way it'll go. Now, on the micro level, when you're looking at the work you're putting in on a certain day, that's when you want to have that mentality of the gazelle getting chased by a lion. You need to be getting after it. You need to be doing everything you can that day to get better. And then when you look at that big picture, you'll see how far you've came. Whether it be, you were hitting, and say when you were 8 years old, you couldn't hit a baseball to the opposite field, which a lot of people have a hard time with that. It's tough. So maybe you're 8, you can't do it, so that's what you start working on. You start doing a lot of stuff on hitting backside, a lot of drills trying to work to that. And then maybe by the time you're 10, you get an outside pitch and you can really drive it the other way. And then you cross that off your list. What's your next weakness? What's the next thing I want to attack? Do I want to hit for power more? Do I want to hit for average more? Do I need to work on swinging at strikes? Am I struggling identifying certain pitches? The list goes on and on and on, and you need to attack every weakness that you have. You need to analyze yourself. You need to take a step back every now and then and look and see. And that'll also help you to realize the progress you've made. Because that progress is going to build your confidence, which is going to help give you that Diamond King mentality that I'm speaking on. So I just really wanted to do this quick video about work ethic, just because it is so important. You need to always realize that somebody out there somewhere is probably doing more than what you're doing, and you can't have an excuse of time, or I live in a place that's too cold, or any of those things. You just have to simply look at the facts. If this is what you want to do, here's the work. And I'm going to try to lay it out for you guys as best I can. I'm here for you. I want to give you guys advice. I want to help everybody. That's why I'm doing these videos. I enjoy this game. I enjoy helping people. I don't get to play anymore, so this is me trying to give back, because I wish I had somebody that was doing stuff like this that I could have looked at as I was coming up, and it would have gave me a little bit better gauge on what to do, because I feel like I was a very good baseball player growing up. A lot of the time I was the best kid on my team, and I think that kind of took away from me putting in that extra work, trying to go that extra mile to get over the hump and get better and better, because I could see the people that I was playing with, that I was going up against, or whatever the case is. And then you get older and older and you start playing against more and more people, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, these guys are good. Like, I went from being, best on the team to in the top 3 or 4 people, you know what I mean, and that kind of thing. And then at that point, you started to see who was putting in that work and how it was going. So definitely, try to take this advice and run with it, because you can make yourself into anything that you want to be. You just gotta, have a plan in place, which is what I'm definitely trying to help with, and be that gazelle. All right, take off, run for your life. Your life depends on it. If this is what you want to do, commit to it. Let's get better together. See y'all.